is one of the pieces of relationship advice that I can't stand the most? It is, oh, don't worry about it. When you stop thinking about it, the right person will come along. And here's the thing about it. In a way, this advice is sort of right, but let me explain why and the nuance behind it. So, too many people, men and women, end up in unhealthy relationships because they come at relationships from a place of desperation. And when you approach relationships from a place of desperation, what happens is you end up settling, you end up in relationships with people who are equally as desperate as you and aren't as healed and healthy, or you end up in relationships with people who smell your desperation from a mile away and take advantage of it. So instead, there's nothing wrong with being intentional about wanting to be in a relationship and having a relationship, marriage, kids, whatever, as a life goal. And it should be treated just like any other life goal. You know, we wouldn't call someone whose life goal to be a doctor, we wouldn't call them crazy for going to med school. If someone's life goal was retiring early, we wouldn't call them crazy for saving up like most of their paycheck. So when someone has a goal of getting married, having a family, it's not crazy for them to be intentional about their dating life. Now, here's the difference between coming at that from a place of desperation and coming at it from a place of intention and having a mindset that attracts healthy relationships. So, what you want to do is when you think about your intentions to be in a happy and healthy relationship and to have more love in your life, first of all, you want to focus on the love that you already have. Like if you've ever heard the saying, the rich get richer, it's the same concept. The more love that you already have that you focus on, the more love that you will attract into your life. So you need to start focusing more on being grateful for, having a greater appreciation for the love that you are getting from your family, from your friends, praise that you're getting in your business or at your job. And if you say that you don't have those things, well, then if you are a woman of faith like me, then there is the love that you are getting from God. And there's also the love that you give yourself, and you can work on giving yourself more of that love, spending more time with yourself, doing more of the things that you want to do, building up your confidence and growing that love for yourself, and more love from others will start to come in. Now, also, while you're in this process, you need to remember that it is just that. It is a process. And oftentimes when we have a large process goal, there are so many other smaller goals that go into it. So back to the med school example, you would have to get good grades in high school first, get into college, do well in college, take all these exams, then you would get into med school, then you would have your residency, and then you become a doctor, right? So, I was actually talking to a client about this not too long ago about how one of the things she should focus on is when she's going out and she's meeting men is appreciating the great conversations that she's having, even if these conversations aren't leading to this person becoming, a boyfriend and then eventually her husband. So while you are out here on this intentional journey of becoming a better woman, becoming a better person, and finding a healthy relationship, then you should focus on the processes and the smaller goals along the way. I am learning to build better boundaries. I am improving my communication skills. I am learning how to have a good time everywhere I go. So I'm learning to go out by myself and enjoy my own company. I'm learning how to go out and meet people and have different conversations and expand my horizons, expand, my social circle and network more. I am learning how to take up new hobbies and be more interesting and have more interesting things to talk about when I get in these wonderful conversations. I'm learning time management as I juggle my career and online dating and going out to events to meet people and also spending time with family and friends. You need to focus on all of these other small goals that are happening along the way in the process. And as you are doing that, as you're working on increasing your love for yourself, appreciating the other loves that you have in your life from, again, family, friends, God, all of that, And as you are learning how to, appreciate these smaller goals, it may seem from the outside that you have stopped thinking about dating and relationships. Instead, you are being more intentional than ever, and you are no longer coming from a place of desperation.